Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. I just wanted to post this real quick video sort of as a follow-up to the video I posted yesterday about Stan Romanek. If you didn't watch that video, go watch it, but basically I'm talking in that video about this new documentary film that came out that focuses and breaks down all of this strange activity surrounding a man called Stan Romanek, who in the year 2000 began seeing UFOs, strange activity around his house, and was even abducted and met in person alien beings. Now, if you remember in my last video, I told you there's a large group of people, about half the people who watch this or have studied this case, that believe he is the most prolific hoaxer ever, and that a lot of the stuff that he's shown, it looks just blatantly fake. You'll also have a group of people who believe him, but even they have said that a lot of it does look staged. So, the more I've thought about it and the more that I've looked over this documentary and all of this evidence, a lot of it, I have to say, does look staged. Whether we're talking about the alien peeping Tom, popping his head up in the window, which just so happens to conveniently appear right after he starts recording, after setting up the surveillance camera. It just looks staged. And the reaction of Stan feels very staged and it sounds like bad acting, over hyperventilating, trying to make it seem more dramatic. And, there's other instances too. Another big one for me that really kind of made me sit back and wonder was the infamous clip where a UFO is supposedly floating above his house and shines its spotlight down on the grass and on the side of his house, which was captured on the surveillance camera, which, to be honest, and I hope many of you noticed this too, it simply looks like someone is pointing a flashlight down towards the ground from the roof. It doesn't look like some giant, smooth-moving spotlight like you would see maybe from a helicopter or something like that. It literally looks like someone is pointing a flashlight down toward the ground, turns it on, and it has these real jittery movements like you would see with someone holding a spotlight or a flashlight. So that was another big one. Does not look real at all. There have been other pieces of information about Stan, least of all him being arrested for having pictures of children on his computer, which, by the way, he claims was a government setup, but I don't want to get into that. However, it was said that he was shopping around his footage for around $50,000 at one point. During one interview with a journalist, the journalist asked to see one of his alien implants, and unfortunately, he then changed his story and said that the implant had magically disappeared. And, it kind of goes on and on. So, I really am on the fence, and it really is looking staged. And the reason for today's video is because I want to show you a clip that was put together by another YouTube channel called Ellis Taylor. And it's of Stan doing an interview on Skype with another guy, and a couple times in this interview, you'll see what looks like, something small, like a pen or a USB stick, fall from the ceiling and hit Stan in the head. And it's really weird, and Stan kind of looks around and looks up and pretends like he has no idea what just happened, almost as if there's some invisible entity throwing stuff around and dropping it on his head. However, in the video, you can clearly see that Stan himself is flicking these objects up with his own hands and pretending like they're just falling on his head out of nowhere. And I think this, again, goes to show that he has, and in this video, is staging this so-called strange activity. It's point-blank proof. And so if he's faking this, then what else has he faked? So yeah, I will end the video here, and I'll let you watch this clip, and you guys tell me what you thought of the film. If you haven't watched it yet, do watch it. And if you were a believer of Stan before, watch this clip of him flicking these things up in the air, and then tell me if that has changed your views, or if you still believe this all to be 100% true, regardless of some of the inaccuracies and strange, staged things that we've talked about earlier. So again, watch this video, and I will see you guys back in just a bit.
Hello everybody and welcome to the show, and today's guest is Stan Romanek. How you going, Stan?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
It's fine. Muchly appreciate you taking the time to come on. You're a best-selling author and an experiencer.
Absolutely.
Brings, more to the plate in your story that not all experiences have.
I don't know what the hell that was.
In your story that I don't know
what the hell that was. But yeah, I'd be happy to talk about that. One of the experiences that I had,
Did you get touched then?
No, I don't know if something dropped or what. But one of the experiences that I had, the subject is a very touchy subject for people, and the only way we'll know for sure is if I get DNA tested. Get it DNA tested, and that costs a lot of money, which I don't have.
I know exactly what you're saying. It's hard enough trying to get by, let alone to have... That just dropped... I knew it.
I have no idea where the hell that come from.
What was that came over your head and dropped on the ground, Stan? They're playing funny buggers.
I don't know where it went.
I saw it come over your head and then go to your left, which is my right, and I don't know, I can't see where it would have gone from there, but that's how it appeared on camera. I get the same crap here all the time, mate, so you alright?
That's kind of creepy. I had no idea where it went or what it was.
Yeah, it went to your left. Oh, well, it went to your left. I don't know how it appeared over there.
It's a thumb drive.
Yeah, the USB memory sticks.
USB memory stick, and I don't know where it came from because I thought it was in my drawer.
Well, it to me appeared to drop on that side, your left, and not that side where it dropped, so that's trippy stuff. Well, g'day, fellas, and thanks for popping in.
It looked like it came from up above me. I don't know, that's bizarre.
Yeah, I'll write down the time code on that. It's around 36 minutes you got touched, and 46 minutes that just happened. I get the same stuff here. We've had people see orbs on my side of the thing, so it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Did you see the video I posted it on Facebook? I watched. And see, this is part of being an experience. It's called high strangeness. All kinds of paranormal stuff happens. Suddenly you're living in a really haunted house. We had one of my figurines go flying across the road. Flying across the room, and I looked up and my picture moved. So I got my camera and I dared him to move my picture, and I posted it on my Facebook. I dared them to move my picture, and son of a gun, my picture goes, they moved it.
Yeah, I've seen that one, yeah. That's trippy stuff. Similar stuff happens here all the time. I know exactly what... It's like anything paranormal is going to happen. And this isn't a haunted... you could have a paranormal investigator come here and they're going to go, this is haunted. It's not bloody haunted, but there is high strangeness. It's not what they're thinking.